Hello, I'm Neil Shah with the law firm Shah & Associates, a law firm dedicated to protecting your family, your business, and your legacy. We hope you've had a chance to swing by our blog to view some of the new articles, but in case you haven't, here's a quick summary of last week's. Many of our clients are business owners, and many of them are family business owners. Many of these family business owners want to dictate what happens to the business in the event of their disability or their death, but they haven't necessarily done that planning. Do you give it to an inside family member, or do you go to an outside successor? Well, the answer, as you may suspect, is going to be with some key planning. The future is going to happen whether you plan for it or not. So swing by our blog to see some of the considerations that you should take into account when you're planning for yourself, for a loved one, or for a client, specifically the division of income, who will own the business assets, etc. A recent magazine I read in our next blog post refers to the fact that there's going to be approximately $16 trillion of wealth that's going to be passed on to family members over the next 30 years. Much of that is business owners. But the ironic or the sad part of it is over the course of that next 30 years, there's not going to be a whole lot of planning that was done in order for that wealth to transfer over, which means it's transferring without planning, which probably means taxation, which probably means conflict, or at least confusion and disruption. So how do you start that conversation? How do you start that planning? Well, swing by our blog and you'll see a couple of tips to get started. It's sad, but there's very little communication during the estate planning process between those who have planned and those who will ultimately be affected, whether it's the next generation, whether it's charity, or whether it's 2 generations removed, or business owners. So communication is a key. If you swing by the blog, you'll see that there's an article that talks specifically about communication and how to kickstart that conversation. And then finally, too many of our clients, or too many clients in general, or too many people in general, treat estate planning as if it were a transaction, meaning it's one and done. I took care of it, I got my documents done, I'm going to stick them in a safe, and maybe at some point 15, 20 years down the road I'll take a look at it. Estate planning is meant to be a process. You've got to dust off the documents, you've got to look at it on an annual basis at a minimum to see whether or not your plan still fits you. Has the law changed? Have your assets changed? Have your goals changed? Has your family changed? Has anything else changed that would warrant taking a look at this? Possibly tweaking it, but at least knowing whether your plan fits you or not. So these are just a few articles from our blog. Feel free to swing by the blog and check it out. Of course, we'd love to hear from you, whether it's about these topics or anything else. If you'd want more information, or if you'd want to discuss how it pertains to you specifically, please feel free to email or give us a call. I'm Neil Shah from the law firm of Shah & Associates. Thanks and have a fantastic day.